This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
4 sometime. Got the wheels cut. You're wide open in the throttle, and all of a sudden it's like both front tires just come off the ground, and that thing takes off, and you can back out of the throttle, but it keeps right on going right out to almost kisses the wall. Here we go. Ooh.
Brian Vicker's in the 5 car right here.
Sliding across that infield safety apron. A multiple car crash.
Stan Barrett in the 60 car.
Rest of the field goes by. They'll come around to caution at lap 31. First caution flag of the day.
Figure out what happened here. Got Barrett down on the inside. Pushes right up.
And we were just talking about that as it was happening.
Yeah, your car starts doing that, then you get it underneath of somebody, and it just multiplies how quickly it'll do it.
Hermie Sadler, 54, was the luckiest guy in town. The caution flag flies in Daytona for the second time today. Brad Baker out of Tennessee with a lot of smoke out of turn number 4 and a big puddle underneath his Dodge. Trouble in turn 1. Stacy Compton has pounded the outside wall, and flames flew from behind that car as he tries to get it stopped and get out of there.
And the reason he can't stop it is when they hit the wall, it tears up the brakes. It tears the right front brake rotor up, and you got no brakes. So you got to just kind of ride it to the end. I'm sure he's got a lot of smoke and fumes in his eyes. And look at that helmet. Look at his helmet. Charred that helmet.
And the reason it was on fire, Darrell, he hit the wall so hard, the fuel pump on these engines is on the right side, and it probably broke the fuel pump off, and fuel was just continuing to pump out the front of the fuel line.
Look at Stacy Compton on the right side of your screen, right here, number 59.
Oh, that's a tire.
That's definitely a right front tire going down.
And that's such a horrible. You're going through the turn, you got the thing wide open, you got the wheels turned to the left, and the next thing you know, you're on fire.
And the best thing for
Steve was when he substituted for Kenny.
Trouble, turn 4. One car sideways off the wall. It's Jeff Green.
87 car. Our pole car.
Slaps the inside barrier. And that may be it for tomorrow's pole sitter for the Daytona 500.
Caution is out.
I am so thankful for that pavement right there. That used to be grass, and it used to go for a whale of a ride right there, but they paved all that.
Watch from the right side of your screen. Oh.
Got a little help.
That was the 10 car of Scott Riggs behind him.
Almost got it turned around and straightened up and almost saved that thing. That was a really good job.
But you're right, Darrell. Before they paved that, that would have been a hard lick into that one.
That's what you try to do. You want to use that inside to your advantage.
You know, I'm pretty impressed with Jimmy Bass from the 30 car. He has hung in there, had a great qualifying run. I think he's been a quick learner about the draft, where to put that car.
Oh, that's Michael.
And around goes Michael, backs into the wall, and spins off toward the infield grass.
Caution is out.
Things got just too tight there, 3 abreast off turn 4, and one car with a lot of smoke into turn 1.
Boy, he was coming off that racetrack. I'm just so glad he didn't hit that thing driver's side, because he had a bunch of speed coming down off that banking. And here you go. I mean, I think LaJoie gets up into the.
Looked like Vassar got in the outside wall and just came down on LaJoie, pushed LaJoie into Michael Waltrip.
Boy, and that car was coming off that racetrack, and if he'd have hit the end of that wall driver's side, that could have been really bad. So that was a lucky break.
Sent the one of McMurray down to the apron, and somehow they both save it.
That was a beautiful. That's a pass in the grass. He just didn't pass anybody.
Meanwhile, while all that's going on, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Kevin Harvick, they're pulling out by about a 10-car length advantage.
I tell you, that is one of the most incredible pieces of job of driving I've seen right here at Daytona by anybody.
Now, I think that was bad news for Kevin Harvick. I still don't know if he was going to be able to do anything with Dale Earnhardt Jr., but remember, Johnny Sauter is like his teammate. We heard Matt Yoakum say that Butch Hilton, Harvick's crew chief, built the shocks for Johnny Sauter's car, but he's lost his teammate now.
The next car back is Matt Kenseth, and Kenseth has no allegiance to either of the front two drivers. Kenseth is in a Ford. The front two are Chevrolets.
4 laps to go this time. That group behind him needs to get lined up to try to get back up there.
How about old Mike Wallace sitting there in 4th place?
Great job to bring that Pontiac up to 4th.
Yeah, Mike and that group, they plan on running the first 10 races, see where they're at in the points, and decide where they want to run.
We got to watch this again. This is just an incredible job right here.
The one has to run.
McMurray gets run down. I mean, that's just, he's in the grass, and when you drop that thing down in the grass like that, and they're able to hang on to it and bring it back up on the racetrack, that's just a wonderful job of driving. My hat's off to him.
I mean, there's such a transition difference just between the banking and the trials or in the apron, and you go with the grass, makes it even worse.
It's just incredible.
You haven't seen anything yet. Wait till tomorrow on the 45th Daytona 500 on Fox. Coverage begins at noon Eastern time.
Well, I don't know, but I think Kevin Harvick, I believe he'll have something for Dale Jr. on the last lap. I believe Harvick is going to say, I'm not going to sit here and run second. If I can't win, I don't care where I finish, but I'm not going to run second.
One thing he will have is help. There is Matt Kenseth, who has drafted his Ford right up to the back bumper of Harvick's second-place Chevy.
2 Chevrolets and a Ford right there. And, of course, I know Kenseth would like to bring the Ford home in 1st place.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. getting a little bit of help off this lap car up there. It won't be much, but you get a little bit of help even when you can see that car.
Well, Kenseth looking low. I think he's got to move.
He does.
I think that lap car caused that to happen.
Matt?
Mike Kenseth kept yelling at his spotter, tell the Ford to stay with me, tell him to stay with me, not try to pass me so soon. It's going to mess up both of us.
Got them both to the front now. Kenseth the second. Meanwhile, Mike Wallace battling Harvick side by side for 3rd.
And that's not good for Kenseth. Normally you want the people behind you to race side by side where you can pull away. I think Kenseth's only hope is one of those guys get up there to help him.
Todd Bodine slices to the inside and grabs the spot. McMurray way up high in the orange number 1.
I tell you, that one car is fast, but he just can't get it. He's trying to do it on the outside, and it's not working for him.
Time running out. 1.5 laps to go.
And McMurray in the 1, he's trapped on the high side now.
Trouble.
That's Vassar. Jimmy Vassar in the 30.
And he takes Jason Keller with him hard into the outside wall. And then gets hit hard by Mike McLaughlin.
Now, this will be the race here. Remember, they will not red flag this race as they come to the white flag and the caution. This is the race for Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Well, I tell you, that was a hard hit.
This is Jason Keller, runner-up in the series last year. No brakes. Slams into the inside wall.
And he was having a great run, but we need to get him out of that car. Somebody get over and help him get out of that car. Hurry, guys.
Now, NASCAR announced at the drivers' meeting something they will do all year long, that if the caution flag comes out with less than a predetermined number of laps to go, they will not red flag the cars and restart the race. We are inside that window. So they will complete under caution. That will be the race as the rescue workers very quickly go to the aid of Jason Keller.
Mike McLaughlin is back over there, too, and he took a hard lick. He hit Jimmy Vassar hard in the driver's door. There's Vassar's car.
Second wreck of the day for Vassar. The first one, he was merely the car that initiated it. This one sweeps him up and into the wall.
Well, he got clipped going into the 3rd turn over there. I'm not sure by who. I just saw him go around. When he did, that's what blocked the track. There's Mike McLaughlin. He's out of the car. The car's pretty much destroyed.
And with it, his dreams. That was the team. As Jimmy Vassar climbs from his car, McLaughlin's was the team that had no car, no funds, nothing, when the owner skipped out on its obligations a month before the 300.
See all these drivers taking hard licks when they get out of the car. They have that collar on, which is a head and neck restraint device, the Hans device.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. under caution will come to the checkered flag to score his 3rd victory of Speed Weeks, something his famous father did 4 times. 3 Speed Week wins, his 16th career Busch Series victory for Dale Earnhardt Jr.
2nd in a row here in the Busch Series race at Daytona in February.
Jr. joins Bill Dennis, Darrell Waltrip, Dale Earnhardt as drivers who have won this race back-to-back. That's Jason Keller without a helmet climbing from that car up against the fence.
Yeah, that's him right there.
He is okay.
Going down, there's a 30 car. I think he gets. Yeah.
Got tapped by the 92 car. Todd Bodine spins around. There's where he gets into Jason Keller, the 57 car.
Watch this watch Mike McLaughlin come along here, nowhere to go, and
that is right in the driver's door.
Hard into the driver's door.
That says a lot for the construction of these race cars.
There are 4 huge steel tubes, gusseted and supported in the driver's door of each one of these cars to help shield that driver from just such an impact.
You know, you can do what we call bump drafting here, but you really can't do it going into the corner. You got to do it on the straightaway.
I'm thankful for these replays because if we didn't have this good a replay, you know who would have took the fault for this. Jimmy Vasser being in this.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.